All right. So, as I like to say with these things, as long as everything is working the way that they are supposed to be working, then we are now live. So, hello and welcome to everyone who is watching the Written Million channel, or I guess if you're on Twitch, if you're watching this on Twitch, welcome. But yeah, um, hopefully, hopefully this is working. Honestly, at this point, I have no idea. um, New to this, so you guys give me a second to adjust, but that being said, hello, welcome. We are here to be productive today, and oh, I've completely messed up the intro. Sorry. Hello, and welcome to everyone who's watching. My name is Chelsea, and I write books about black girls who aren't all that nice. There we go. Covered. That being said, you guys, I have no idea how this is dual streaming. I can't see the chat on like YouTube, which is interesting to say the least. So this is going to be a learning curve for all of us. But yeah, anyway, that being said, I am here to be productive. I am here to get some stuff done. The final version of We Are Dying Gods. My goal is to honestly just get that done today. Maybe not today. I'm giving myself like 3 days to do the final rewrites of We Are Dying Gods. So sorry, my brain is a little slow this morning. I'm giving myself about 3 days to do the rewrites because I'm just kind of like, I want to get it done and I want to be able to have time to format the book and also get them out to ARC readers because I told them that the book was going to be coming at the end of June. So that being what it is, hopefully it'll work out for everyone's benefit. And I will actually be able to stick to the deadline. But, y'all know how things go. We'll see how that works out. Hopefully I don't have to send anybody any messages like, oh, I'm so sorry. I thought I was going to be able to do this, but I can't. So, that being said, we're doing 30-minute sprints today because I honestly and truly need to get stuff done. So 30-minute sprints. I'm going to go for 7-minute breaks today because I feel like 5 is just a little too short, but also I don't want to do 10. So we're doing 7-minute breaks today. But for sure, let me know how you guys are doing, what you're working on, all of that good stuff in the chat. And yeah. I don't know what is happening, y'all. Oh, that's what's happening. Interesting. Huh. Okay. So apparently YouTube did not go to... That's why it's not working. Okay. Y'all, like I said, give me a second because this is new territory for me. I couldn't see the chat because apparently YouTube did not stream to the setup that I had already set up. What? The live stream that I had already set up? It created a new one. So, okay. Anyway, let me know what you guys are working on, how you're doing, all of that good stuff in the chat. The first sprint is going to start 10 minutes after. So, yeah. Let me know how that's working out. Let's see here. And I'm going to drop this for the 2 people who are waiting in the other one. So, you know what? I love that. One thing that I have to admit, y'all, that I absolutely love about my husband is that he will absolutely support and not him going over to Twitch to make sure that I have a chat on Twitch. Love him. I appreciate that so much. But yeah, y'all, it's been interesting these last couple of days because I'm just kind of like, I have been in a place where I was just like, oh, you know what I should do? And like the rewrites for this book have become like so just like clear in my mind. I'm like, oh yeah, I just need to do this. I need to do that. And I need to do this. And I'm just like, okay, this makes sense. And it's so wild to me because I'm like, it would have been great if I could have figured this out from the very beginning. But you know, we live and we learn. We live and we learn. But yeah. So there are several scenes that I have to draft, and I'm like, that's cool. I'm just kind of like, I have to draft them, but I'm also like, it's going to be basically a completely different book from what the first version was because of the things that I'm changing. I'm like, I love this, but also hopefully people like it, because I'm like, at this point, I don't like my second round of beta readers already have the newer version of the book, but they don't have the version that obviously I'm about to write now. So I'm like, am I going to just send it out to ARC readers, or am I going to try to get like a speed beta read from someone? I don't know. We're going to have to see how that works out. But yeah. That being said, I didn't say good morning. So good morning to La Ben. Samantha is also here. Good morning. Welcome. I hope you're doing well this morning. Let's see here. La's going to be working on Project Chaos Bar on the last chapter. Whoop, whoop. And Samantha is going to get some admin tasks done this morning. All the emails and small things. Love it. Awesome. Hope that it is successful and that you are thriving. We have about 1 minute before we hop into this first sprint. So if you're new here, welcome. The way this works is I'm going to put 30 minutes on the timer. And my timer does not make a sound. So when you hear me talking to you again, that means it is time to come back, check in with everyone, let us know how you are doing. There will be chill hop in the background, so hopefully you like it. If you don't, feel free to mute it and come back and keep your own time. But yeah, I am excited, you guys. I need to actually get my stuff pulled up. So, interesting. It's so interesting, like clicking between YouTube and Twitch, because it's so different. Like the way that they show you information is extremely different. So I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, this is new. But yeah, interesting. Okay, yeah, I'm just kind of clicking around. Ignore me. Anyway. Oh, y'all, I don't know what the stream is going to be like today, because clearly my brain is struggling to do the most basic of tasks. But that's okay, because we're gonna make it work. But yeah, it is. I did the whole spiel and didn't start the timer, y'all. We'll see how this works out. Anyway, let me adjust this. There we go. That goal is not accurate for today, but I figure if I'm be writing, we can put something on the screen. So we'll see how that works out and if it adjusts. But that being said, let's go ahead and get into this first sprint. So like I said before, 30 minutes on the clock. Chill hop in the background. When you hear me talking to you again, it is time to come back and check in with everyone. So happy sprinting, everyone. All right, you guys. So that is it for our first sprint. So come on back. Let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. As I said before, we are doing 7-minute breaks today because I don't know. I feel like that will work better for me, at least. So let us know what you did, how you did, all that good stuff. Also, this is your free reminder to stretch, breathe, drink some water, do whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself. As for me, I got 467 words done so far. The goal for today is, I guess, 1900 words roughly. That is a very vague goal because I just was like, in order for Dabble to keep track of how many words I'm writing, I needed to put in a goal. So I was like, okay, I want to like shoot for like 10,000 words by the end of the week. Hopefully for my rewrites, I'm thinking that with the scenes that I have to draft and add, it'll probably actually be around that word count, but we will see how it works out. But as of right now, I am rewriting a scene and switching out a couple of characters because I was sitting alone in a room. Like I kind of mentioned to you guys, like my creativity just kind of refreshes itself. I am so off center from this screen. What is happening? There we go. Anyway, my creativity got refreshed just by like being by myself and like recovering. And so I was just like, oh, you know what? It would probably make way more sense to switch out two of these characters and to give one character from book one who had less screen time, a lot more screen time in this book. And I say screen time like it's a TV show, but whatever, y'all know what I mean. So that's what I've been working on, like redrafting a chapter. So it's not drafting it completely from scratch, but the conversation does completely change because obviously the characters are different. The conversation that they have is going to be completely different. So that's what I'm currently working on. Also, shout out to Joanne, Lisa, Rachel, and Morgan, who all came in while we were sprinting. Hello, welcome. I hope you are thriving this beautiful Monday morning and that y'all are being productive. Let's see here. Just waking up, fighting through sleepy, so just giving myself grace and trying to be productive next sprint. Sounds good. Y'all will be so proud of me. I actually got up when Ben got up this morning, so that's like 6:45, and then like I got up and actually like did a workout and took my shower, and then I journaled. So I have been like really taking care of my mental and physical health, and I'm so proud of me right now because previous versions of myself absolutely would have still been in bed. Like, you know what? Let's rest. Resting is good, right? And it's so interesting because I'm like, you know what I hate is when people who exercise a lot, they're like, oh my God, it gives you endorphins. It makes you happy. Like it gives you energy. And I'm like, no, there's no way that jumping around first thing in the morning is going to give me energy. And then it does. And I'm like, I hate it. I hate logic. Why is it like this? Why is it like this? But yeah, I'm feeling good, feeling great. I have my little morning huel. I put on some rice. Well, I say but Ben put on some rice for us so that I can actually make lunch later. And I'm just kind of like, look at us being productive. This is wild. This is weird. I don't know if I like it. Like I do, but I don't because I dislike the fact that the way I want to live my life does not make me the most productive version of myself. But I digress. But yeah. Let's see here. Law said, I wrote 47 words and did some work stuff, but now my work computer is messing up, so that's fun. Got you. I hate that for you. Hopefully it gets sorted out and things go easier and that you get more words because I saw that you're working on the last chapter, so that's like huge. Hopefully you can get it knocked out today. That would be great. At least today, tomorrow, this week sometime. So yeah. Thanks for the shout out. Currently sending the latest chapters to a beta reader for feedback. Awesome. Y'all, I'm seriously thinking about like getting a paid beta reader for this final version of the book simply because I think I want someone to read it before I have to send it out to ARC reviewers. And it's going to have like a really quick, it's going to have to be like a crunch time. So I'm like, it's going to have to be quick, like within like 7 days of sending it to them, I'm going to need feedback on it. And I'm like, I don't know if I have any author friends who are like, yeah, I can get this back to you that quickly. But I'm also like, if I could do that, that would make me feel so much more confident with sending it out to ARC readers because I have to like do the whole formatting thing and stuff. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, but we'll see how that works out. Love to hear that growth and heck yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, trying to be productive and healthy is absolutely wild. So yeah. Let's see. That's what I'm hoping for too. It'd be nice to actually finish before my deadline. Yeah. Yeah. Beating the deadline is a beautiful thing. Mario's like, I had to mute it. What did I miss? I said hello. I hope you're thriving this Monday morning. I mentioned that I actually got up early this morning to do my workout and take a shower and do journaling. So I am like ahead of the curve this morning. And I hate that when people say things like, oh, if you work out, you'll feel better because they're usually right. And I hate it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You didn't miss a whole lot, but feel free to let us know what you're working on. in the chat. And also, you guys, I'm like co-streaming to Twitch, which is kind of cool. I'm trying a new thing. I'm in my era of like trying things to see if they actually work. So if you're watching on Twitch and you'd like to say hello, feel free to do so. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We have about another minute before we hop into this next sprint. That 7 minutes went by fast. So this is your reminder to take care of yourself, please. So make sure that you're getting up, stretching, breathing, taking deep breaths, drinking your water, getting fresh air, doing whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself to be productive. As for me, I will probably go off camera for a little bit in this next sprint, simply so that I can get up out of this chair and stretch a little bit before I get back to it. So, yeah. And I'd rather anime. Hello from Twitch. Hello. But yeah, and I've been working on being more healthy in my mental health too, so that resonates with me. It's hard. It's really hard. It's like a challenge because like things are good for you, but it's still hard to do things that are good for you if they're not what you normally do. Because for me, I am so out of shape, like doing these little workout videos first thing in the morning are kicking my hiney. But I'm also like, wow, I feel so much better. And I realize that obviously the more that I do them, the easier it gets. And I'm just like, I hate it, but I'm also grateful. And also just trying to like write in my journal because I'm a writer, I'm an author. Like the way that I think and sort through my thoughts is with writing. And just like being in a quiet place and like sitting with my thoughts and like writing. And when I have to like handwrite them, my brain has to slow down so that my hand can keep up. And so I'm actually giving thought to what I'm putting in my journal. And I find it's a lot more meaningful than just like keeping a digital journal, for me at least. And I can also like match the colors to how I'm feeling that day. So it's just like, it's meaningful, but I hate it that it works. Like, oh my God. It's just, y'all don't get it. Do y'all get it? I don't know. But that's where I'm at. It's working so far. So far, so good. I've been consistent with it for the last like 3 days. And also I've given up drinking anything but water. This does not count. It is like a what is it? Ready to drink meal from Huel. So this is like my breakfast. It's like a smoothie shake type thing. It's not really like a drink. But I've given up like alcohol, coffee, juice, soda. I don't drink soda anyway, but like tea, all of that. I've given up everything but water for like the rest of the month. So we will see how that works out because I have no faith in my self-control. I don't, but we will see. We will see because I was still in bed already. I was like, I don't know how this is going to work out. I don't, but yeah. Let's see here. I got an under the desk exercise bike for my birthday last week and I've been using it a lot. Love it. Thanks for filling me in. Yay for getting work stuff in the morning. I'm working on outlining my new series. Ooh, love that. I'm out of shape too. That's true for a lot of things. The more you do it, the easier it gets. Journaling helps. Yeah. It almost doesn't feel like I'm actually exercising, but I hope I'm doing something. I feel that like on a spiritual level. I really do. I want to get one, like one of those feet rockers or whatever for my desk, but that's for later on. Oh, that's a good thought. I've got a mind that goes too fast. Yeah, for me, handwriting is something that I do a lot when I'm journaling, but also like if I'm writing creatively and I'm like, I have way too many thoughts. I don't know where the story is going. I like force myself to handwrite because my brain cannot keep up as fast. Like my hands cannot keep up as fast when I'm handwriting. I just handwrite really slow, which is why I type most of the time. But slowing it down, super helpful. Not gonna lie. I figured out my Twitch issue. Unfortunately, I can't fix it while at work, so I'll have to join you on Twitch next stream. Sounds good. I appreciate you for trying. Honestly, I really do. But yeah, I went a little bit beyond our talking time, but we are going to go ahead and get into this next sprint. So y'all know how this works. 30 minutes on the clock. Chill, hop in the background. My timer does not make a sound, so when you hear me talking to you again, that means that it's time to come back and check in with the rest of the class. Let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. And like I said before, I'm going to go off camera for a little bit so I can get up and stretch, but we are still working, still sprinting, still going. So be productive, you guys. Anyway, yeah, happy sprinting.
Did you get up today? Whoa. And are you doing okay? Whoa. Did you leave it all behind you? Or did you take it away? Whoa. Life will lead you in the right direction if you let it. Pause and take a second. I promise that you won't regret it. 'Cause all we had is here and now. All we have is here and now. All we have is here.
All right, you guys, that is it for that sprint. So come on back, let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. As for me, I'm doing pretty good. I honestly can't complain. I had to break out the original copy, the first original copy, the first version of this first version. Jesus, the first book in the series. There we go. We Are the Origin, to like confirm some stuff that I'm adding. Ooh, breaking stuff, adding into this scene. But so far so good. I feel like it's one of those things where it's so interesting for me doing rewrites, because every time I do it, I'm like, oh, I can add this information here. And one of the things that I strive to do is I want everything to feel connected. Like, I want it to be like, oh, if you read the first book, then the second book builds on top of that. Like, there are little things. Like, I very much wanted to be like, you need to read the books in order because I want the whole world to seem like, I don't want it to feel disconnected, you know? I don't want it to feel like, oh, there was no point reading the first book because none of the stuff becomes relevant in the second, if that makes sense. And I don't know, for me, like, I used to read series where it was just like you could really pick up the series at any point in like whatever, you could pick up whatever book you wanted to in the series, and it didn't matter if you had read the other stuff. And I don't know, as an author, I just kind of, this is such a weird thing, but I kind of want my books to be more like how you read manga. It's like, you're not going to go to One Piece and just start on like chapter 107 and be like, yeah, I'm just going to read on from here. Like, no, you need to go back to the beginning. You need to read everything. You need the full context of everything that's happening, in order to appreciate like the growth in the story and the world and everything else. So, kind of a lofty goal, but that's what I strive to achieve, like, as an author. And I don't know, that's kind of what I'm realizing as I'm doing these rewrites, because it's one of those things where I also feel very validated within my own with my own, like, not opinions, but like my own realizations, I guess, with like deciding my own decisions. I feel very validated in my own decisions, because with rewriting this one scene, I'm already like, this is going to add so much context to the story that just simply did not exist before. And it's one of those things where I also appreciate the fact that I wrote the original version of the story, because it's like I'm able to use that as like a base template of like, oh, this is what needs to happen, this is where it's going, this is how it fits. But the context and the conversation of stuff that happens within the scene, I feel like it's so much better. Like, it's so it's so much better. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm looking forward to where this goes. But yeah, also shout out to Cassandra who came in while we were sprinting. Hello, welcome. I hope you are thriving. Also, I wanted to say that I appreciate you for always watching the replays. Like, I see your comments and I genuinely appreciate you for that. So I hope you're doing well. I'm glad you caught us live. I hope you're having a great day. But yeah, let's see here. 260 words, and the work computer issues continue, but I'm not stressing over that. Feel that. Those connections are so important and really make the series for me. Yeah, I don't know. When I read a series, I want to feel like I'm being not rewarded, but I want to feel like there's a reason to read the earlier parts of the book. And not to say that certain things shouldn't be like refreshed or reminded or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, I don't want to recap the entire first book in the second book for the sake of, oh, someone might not have read the first book. It's like, okay, but you know that this is the second book in the series, so read the first one. Read the first one, right? And I want people who did read the first one to feel like, oh, I get it. Like, and to have that appreciation where it's like, oh, if I hadn't read the first book, I would not have gotten this, you know? And to just have that moment of, oh, wait a second, maybe I should go back and check the first book. Like, was this explained? Was this touched on? I don't know. I wanted to feel connected. I wanted to feel like, kind of like how when you watch, I don't know, I watch a lot of anime, so that's where I default to. But like when you watch anime and you go from one season to the next, like you might have like a recap episode, but like they're not recapping the entire season. They're basing it off of the assumption that you've watched the first season, so we're just moving on to the second, right? That's how I want my stories to be. But I feel like I'm ranting, so we're gonna move on. Let's see here. Speaking of One Piece, I got to episode like 88 this weekend. Dope. You're getting there. They're like, how many episodes are there right now? I think there's like 1,067 or 1,068 episodes. We're fully caught up, so I'm excited for you. 88. Are you still in the East Blue? Is that still the East Blue? Benjamin would know the answer to this question way better than I would. But I think episode 88 is still in the East Blue. If it's not, correct me. Who's a part of the crew at this point? Don't get me started on One Piece. That is like my favorite anime. My favorite manga of like all time. So I'm not obsessed with it like everyone else is in that sense, but I absolutely have like a very great respect for One Piece, and I strive to write a story that is well detailed and crafted as One Piece is. Like that is a goal for sure. For sure. Let's see here. Ben said just out of the East Blue, so crossing the Grand Line. Cool. Crossing the Grand Line or just got over to the Grand Line. Love that. Oh, Chopper just popped up. Oh, you're getting to the good stuff, the really good stuff. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you. But yeah. Let's see here. Cassandra said mostly thinking this sprint, and I began researching Valentine's Day. It's a foundation of my story. One of my characters hates it. Awesome. I'm not a research girly personally. However, I have so much respect for authors who put in the research and the work to make sure that things make sense. I am very much in the camp of I will make it up. Like I will do research when I have to, but for the most part, yeah, I'm making it up. Whatever works in the context of what I needed to work in is how I write things, which is why I tend to write high fantasy, because what are societal rules? What are physics? What? No, forget that, man. That's how I feel. That's how I be thinking about it. But that's neither here nor there. Thanks. Love replay work. Awesome. Getting nowhere right now. I'm in the Grand Line. Yeah. In the Grand Line. So, obviously, if you haven't watched or seen One Piece, I highly recommend that you give it a try. It's anime, but it is dubbed in English if that is your thing. And it's just such a great story. There are so many moments where I'm just like, me and Ben were literally talking about this last night. There are so many moments in One Piece in the very beginning where I'm just like, the commitment these characters have and the development that they have and their personalities, I appreciate it. I love it so much. Like Zoro is my favorite, but all of them have really great moments and they have like really great quotable lines. Like if I was a tattoo girl, there are definitely some quotes from One Piece that I would get tatted, but I'm not a tattoo girly because I don't do needles. So that is what it is. That is what it is. Um, but yeah, let's see here. It is 11:33, so I'm gonna give us another 2 minutes before we hop into this next sprint. And in case I have not said it this time, please stretch, breathe, drink some water, do whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself to make sure that you remain productive. As for sprinting, I know we've done 2 so far. I don't know how long we are going to be sprinting. Basically until I have to get up out of this chair and do something different. Basically, y'all know how this works. So, I feel like I have at least another 2 sprints in me, at least. My goal is to, at bare minimum, get this chapter done, and also, hopefully, I reached out to a couple people, in that last sprint to see if they would be able to beta read for me. So hopefully, I will have an answer. Um. Okay. So I may have just gotten an answer. So feeling pretty good about that. Feeling pretty good about that. But yeah. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. So my goal is to, at the very least, finish this one scene that I'm drafting. I have, this scene, another one. I have 2 scenes at the bare minimum that I have to, draft from scratch. And then I have a couple scenes that just need to be tweaked for how I'm moving things around in the story. And then a couple scenes that I'm adding back that version 1 had it, but it wasn't great, so I cut it in version 2. But now I'm like, version 3, we need the best of both worlds, we got Mama Bear, Papa Bear, now we need Baby Bear, who has things just right? Don't know where that analogy came from. That came from the archives of the memory. Good Lord. Yeah, anyway, Goldilocking my story at this point. But yeah, we're gonna stay on task. We're gonna stay on point. So it's now 35 minutes after the hour, so we're gonna go ahead and get into this next sprint. So y'all know how this works at this point. 30 minutes on the timer. Chill, hop in the background. When you hear me talking to you again, that means to come back and share what you have done with the rest of the class. So I hope you guys are productive, and we will talk in 30 minutes. So happy sprinting, everyone. And also, if you're watching this and you have not made friends with a like button, I suggest you do so, because if it bites you, I will fight YouTube on your behalf, okay? It's a very friendly button. Click it. But yeah, okay, let's get into this next sprint.
All we have is here and now. All we have is here and now. All we have is here and now. All we have
2, 1.
right, you guys, that is it for that sprint. So come on back, let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. As for me, I was productive that sprint, but it was not with writing. So I don't know if you guys know this, but the Melanin Library we offer like services. So we have podcasts, we have podcast ads. We also have the Melanin Spotlight on the website. So someone requested a promotion for it and they had already paid for it. So I was like, oh, let me go ahead and make sure that their stuff is on the site since they've already covered it. So I went ahead and did that. Also, I had to run some numbers because like I told you guys earlier on, like I am trying to get like a rush job on this beta read before I start formatting stuff for my ARC reviewers. And also I have a street team this year. So I want to make sure that everything is good before it goes out to, like, I don't say people in the wild, but like people in the wild, people who don't really know me and aren't going to like come to me if there's something that needs to be fixed in the book. So just kind of took some time to run the numbers for that. And then also just checking in with a couple of my friends. I think I told you guys, Audra, she's been talking about online how, you know, her mom has been really sick and in the hospital. So just checking in with her, making sure she's doing okay. So just general productivity stuff. And also, I tapped this like y'all could see it off screen. Also going through this one scene in We Are the Origin. It's very short, but a lot happens. And I want to make sure that as I'm tying it into the scene, it actually makes sense. So been doing that. Also, I want to give a shout out to Blue Moon Kraken who came in on Twitch. Hello, welcome. I hope you are having a good Monday morning. I hope you're thriving. And yeah, let's see here. Finishing an outline today for a redraft rewrite of a book currently in progress. Awesome. I got too many ideas and story changes to be simple edits, so I thought I might as well rewrite the whole thing. Yeah, I feel that. That's basically how I live my entire life, which is why I've been rewriting my book. This is version number 3 of the rewrite because it's just like I needed to, I don't know, for me, I find edits a lot harder than rewrites because I'm like, if I would rather just like redraft a scene the way that I want it to be and the way I imagine it in my mind versus trying to clean it up and tweak it and make it work with what's already there. I don't know if that makes any sense, but we're out here doing our best. So yeah. Also, let's see here. La said that she wrote 100 words and found out the computer issues are actually Microsoft Office. So fun. Problems will persist for a time. Well, that's fun. That's fun. But at least you got 100 words in. I am up to 659 words for today. Honestly, not bad. I'm not, like I said, I'm not upset with the progress because this part of the scene I'm literally drafting from scratch. So I'm just kind of like, I need to make sure that this makes sense and it ties into what I know is going to happen in the next book, makes sense what's coming on later in this book, and makes sense from what happened last book. So there are a lot of connection pieces that need to be there. So I'm trying not to rush through it so that it makes sense. So yeah. But so far so good. Like I said, it's interesting just working on this third version because it's just like, okay. I don't know, the clarity that comes with it. It's wild. It's wild. But hopefully in the next sprint, I won't have to actually get up and do anything. I will just be able to like actually dive into the words like I have been thus far up until this point. But we will see. Let me know how you guys are doing. And in case I have not said it already, please remember to stretch, breathe, drink your water, stay hydrated, get some couple breaths of fresh air, get up out of your chair, do whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself because that is what keeps us productive, right? Take care of your physical, take care of your mental, take care of your emotional, spiritual, whatever it is that you need to take care of. And if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to tap that like button, make friends with it. It's all good. So yeah, I end up rewriting from scratch too, or using my initial draft as the baseline to write the real story 20 times over. Yeah, and honestly, that is the point where I'm at as well, where I'm just using the draft of a previous version to like rewrite the scenes. So like the details and stuff still make sense. And Blue Moon Kraken is like, outlining is so fun. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I am not I'm not an outliner. I've tried it and I have learned that I'm the type of person where I have to treat it like a road trip, right? Like if we're driving from East Coast to West Coast, right? There are certain places where I'm like, yeah, for sure, we need to stop. We need to like, I'll say charge up because I have an electric car. Stop, charge up, get things together, get some food, rest stop, whatever. Like there are certain things that have to happen, but like if we decide, oh, that looks interesting off the side of the road and we just take a random exit, that's where we're going. That's how I treat my stories. So it's like I have an outline of things that have to happen in the book, but everything else is an absolute free for all. So yeah. East Coast, West Coast. Look. I've never been to the West Coast, so I can't say for sure, but I am definitely East Coast girly because when we lived, what is that, Midwest? We lived in Texas. I feel like Texas is its own space. It's not Midwest, it's not South. It's like, it's just Texas, Like when we lived there, I was definitely like, ooh, you know what I want to do? I want to go back to the East Coast because I feel like it was better there. I feel like it was better there. And honestly, with everything going on, I'm kind of glad that we left. But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. But yeah. That being said, we have about 30 seconds before we hop into this next sprint. So, want to remind you guys that this may or may not be our last sprint. Any sprints that we do beyond this is completely up to chance. I will most likely be getting off very close to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So roughly an hour. That may be one sprint, that may be two. But I'm not going too much further past 1 o'clock simply because I have other stuff that I have to do today. So that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and get ready to get into this next sprint. As a reminder, 30 minutes on the clock, she'll hop in the background. My timer does not make a sound, so when you hear me talking to you again, it is time to come back, check in with the class, let everyone know how you have done. So, that being said, I hope you guys are super productive, and I will talk to you guys in 30 minutes. So, happy sprinting, you guys. All right, you guys, that is it for that sprint. So come on back, let us know what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. This is our 7-minute break. So this is your chance to stretch, breathe, drink some water, do whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself. As for myself, I am up to 1,200 words in this scene for today, which is really good because the scene that I'm replacing was right around 1250. So I'm like, great, it's not going to be shorter. Word counts are not super important to me in that sense. But I do want to make sure that if I'm like redrafting scenes, I don't want the book to be shorter than what it currently is, because I kind of want both book 1 and book 2 to be around the same length. So like I said, feeling good, and I really like where this scene has gone. I feel like it offers so much more context and follows up on some of the things that I introduced in book 1. And it also leads into things that are going to happen later in the book. And I feel like it's just coming together. Like it's a lot more cohesive at this point. So feeling really good about it. Definitely going to be doing at least one more sprint. I'll see how I feel after the next one. But hopefully it won't be the last, because I'm actually getting a lot done. My goal for today is to, at bare minimum, get this scene done. My ambitious goal for today is to get this scene done and another one that I have to rewrite. But I also want to make sure that I save time to work on my podcast and the newsletter, because my personal newsletter has not gone out in a couple of weeks, and there are things that are coming up that I'm like, I should probably put this in my newsletter. So, and also today I am getting off at 3:30. Like I need to be done with everything by 3:30 because I have books to mail out. So, this is your general fair suggestion that if you would like a copy of We Are the Origin, I do have physical copies in stock. So if you go to my website, cmlockhart.com, you can actually grab a signed copy that comes with a physical map. And you can have that sent out today if you go ahead and order it. So this is what the map looks like. It's in color, and the map is actually usable. So I know that a lot of people, when they read fantasy books, are like, oh, it comes with a map, hee hee ha ha. But no, like the map is actually usable for the book. You can follow where the characters are going along. And there's also a QR code in the book so that you can follow along with it if that's something that you're into. I personally am. So I find it very cool. But yeah, the version that I have available is, there we go, is this version. It's the hardback version of the book. I have these in stock. So if you're into it, get into it. This is what it looks like beneath the dust jacket. So has some artwork underneath, and yeah. So if you're into it, like I said, copies on hand, and if you order directly from me, then it comes signed. So yeah, signed and numbered, so you know which edition of the book what number of the book you got. Ben will have to let me know, but I think we're so close to 200 copies, you guys. It is absolutely bonkers to me that I have sold nearly 200 physical copies of the book through my website. That's not like counting like ebooks or any version of the book that has been sold through like other retailers, right? This is literally just through my website, and I'm just like, this is so cool. So my goal, it's such a random goal, but I would love to be able to have sold 200 signed copies of We Are the Origin through my website before We Are Dying Gods comes out. But We Are Dying Gods, if you are interested in it, also pre-orders are up for that. Comes in whatever version of the book that you like. So if you want a paperback, ebook, hardback, They're all versions up on the website. There's also the box that is available for pre-order only. That is going to come. It's a signed book, comes with the map, comes with the pre-order artwork. It also comes signed. It also comes with a bookmark, and it comes with the scented candle that's specific for the book. So if you're into it, check it out for sure. Definitely going to be worth it. And this year I have hopefully learned from my mistakes. So the boxes, if you actually order from me, my goal is to actually have them go out a little bit before the release date so that people who order physical copies will actually get the book on time. That is my ambitious goal, but we have to see, because last time it didn't happen because Ingram Spark was being Ingram Spark, and then I didn't get the books on time. So we will see how everything works out, but I wanted to let you guys know in case you were like, Chelsea, I want a book. Great. They're in stock on my website. Go ahead and grab one. I also have one copy of the limited edition left. So limited edition looks like this. I have exactly one copy. I am not ordering any more copies of the limited edition. So first come, first serve. But I have one copy left. It is different in a couple of ways. One, obviously it has different artwork. The under jacket artwork is also different. And this one is 18 and up. So the normal version of the book, this one is for everyone. This is meant for teenagers to read, public libraries, things of that nature. It is fade to black. There is nothing explicit in this book. There are no curse words. There's no sex. There's a little violence, but that's it. No curse words, no sex, nothing like that. This book is for grown folks. It is not fade to black. It is explicit. So be mindful. It also, like I said, comes with different artwork. It has 3 deleted scenes that are not fade to black. It also has a preview of We Are Dying Gods at the back of the book. So if that is what you're into, this is the one. Also, because it's from my website, just like the other one, it is signed and it comes with a map. So if you're into it, get into it. I have one copy left. And once it's gone, it's gone. I'm not getting any more of the limited edition, and I don't know if there will be a limited edition of We Are Dying Gods. So that is what it is. I think that's all the promo I needed to do for today. So check it out. That being said, if you're into ebooks, We Are the Origin also has an ebook available, audiobook available, so you can listen to the story, and everyone who's listened to it has really enjoyed it. So for sure, check it out, get into it if that's your thing. Yeah, I don't know if We Are Dying Gods is going to have an audiobook off jump, but we will see how the finances work out. I really just want my books to be accessible for everyone. And also, for those of you who are like, Chelsea, I ain't got no money. You can also request my books from your local library. I know that my book is in lots of libraries across the country, so you can for sure check it out, request it, whatever makes you happy. It also helps me out if you request it from your local library, so I hope you do it even if you don't get it from the library. So yeah. La said it's so pretty. Thank y'all. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let's see here. I'd rather anime on Twitch said, I think we also have the final copy of the limited edition available. Yeah. The physical books on Chelsea's website also come with a copy of the ebook. Yes, I always forget to mention that. So if you buy the book from me, I will also give you the ebook with your purchase. So it's a little more expensive on my website by like a couple of dollars. I want to say We Are the Origin, the hardback is like $21, but on my website it's like $25. That accounts for like what it costs to like ship and print and ship to me, and for me to sign it and include like the pre-order merch and stuff. But you also get the ebook, so that if you want to go ahead and start reading it while your book is in the mail, then you can go ahead and do that. So technically you get 2 books for the price of one if you order from me directly. But do what makes you happy. If you are on YouTube, then for sure check the links in the description, because it'll take you straight there. So that's that. Feel free to get into it. But yeah, that being said, I'm going to give us about 1 more minute so we can start 55 after the hour. This will be our last sprint, simply because, like I said, I have other things that I need to get done today. And I don't want to be on here too far past 1 o'clock, because I also need to like get some actual food in my system and make lunch and all that good stuff. So this is your reminder to take some deep breaths, stretch, drink some water, do what you need to do to take care of your physical, mental, emotional, spiritual self so that you can be your best self going into this next and final sprint. But yeah, y'all, at this point, y'all know how this works. 30 minutes on the clock. She'll hop in the background, and when you hear me talking to you again, it is time to come back and check in with the rest of the class. So, last sprint, leave everything on the page, walk away with no regrets, and yeah, be productive, you guys. Talk to you in 30 minutes.
Once I traveled, once I traveled so high, so far. Once I traveled, once I traveled so high, so far. Once I traveled, once I traveled so high, so far. Once I traveled, once I traveled so high, so far. Once I traveled, once I traveled so once I traveled, once I traveled so high, so far. Once I traveled, once I once I traveled, once I traveled so high, so far. Once I traveled, so
I hope that others know I'd like to see them flourish in a way they didn't know. To meet the world with kindness.
All right, you guys, that is it for our final sprint. So, come on back. Let us know one last time what you did, how you did, all of that good stuff. As for myself, I'm up to 1,800 words for today, and this scene is basically done. So, I'm excited about that. There are a couple of things that I've added just kind of like as reminders, only because like in my stories, in my books, in my world, whatever, the gods and how they interact with people is very significant. So just kind of like touching base on some of those things that I just didn't have the opportunity to do in the original drafts of the book. So I'm just really glad that I'm getting to add this stuff in. I really like how this conversation has gone, and it's also been set up for stuff in the future, but like I'm just really content with this version. So but like I said, that is it for me for right now. I'm going to grab some lunch, and I'm also going to work on some other things that need to be done for today. So thank you guys so much for coming out, for sprinting with me, for being productive. I sincerely appreciate it. Also, shout out to Precious, who came in while we were sprinting. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're thriving. I saw that you are putting together a shelf for the kitchen. So I hope that you are successful in putting that together. But yeah, like I said, this is the last check-in. So if you guys want to share how you did, what you did, now is the time to do it. Let's see here. Joanne said, got chapter 1 ready for my beta reader to read. Awesome. And let's see here. Law said 230 words that time. Awesome. Up to 700 words. Only 400 more to go to make the goal I want to hit. Awesome. I'm so proud of you, friend. But yeah, Let's see here. Thanks for hosting. Thanks for having us. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. And also, I will throw this out there. If you enjoy my sprints, if you enjoy my books, if you enjoy my content at all, and you would like to support what I do, then feel free to check out my Patreon, which is patreon.com/CM Lockhart, if you would like to support. I would genuinely appreciate it. And yeah, that is pretty much it, you guys. I am, like I said, going to head out, so I'm going to give it like another minute in 30 minutes after the hour. So yeah, this is my time, I guess, to tell you to like the stream, subscribe to the channel so that you know when I go live. If you're watching this in the future, leave a comment. And if you're watching this on Twitch, thank you so much for joining. This is the first time in a very long time that I have actually co-streamed to YouTube and Twitch at the same time. So I appreciate you for being here. But yeah. Lee just popped in. Why do I always show up at the end of things? Oh well, at least I can like the video. Thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, I will be going live again for sprints Thursday around sometime between 10 and 11, sometime around there. So I'll be streaming again, writing sprints on Thursday, and tomorrow is Tuesday. It's a melanin chat day, so for sure keep an eye out for that. Me and Audra will be here having a good time, cutting up. So come hang out with us, talk about all things Black and Bookish, and yeah, have a good time with us. But yeah, I've said that several times, so I am going to go. So until next time, you guys, I hope your days are lovely and your books are interesting.